actually available on Amazon for those that are interested. It's called Healing. It's all about John of God. It's one of the videos you want to get if you've got a lot of questions or you're at all curious about that type of work. Do I need to bring this down, Sue?
Yeah, that's, thank you.
And we had to do it this way with a little time lag so that we didn't mess things up.
Well, there's still opportunities to mess things up.
If I'm around a piece of technical equipment, yes, sir.
We've done it before, and we can do it again.
Okay, so this should be it. Yeah, let's start that.
I consider myself a scientist and a skeptic. We all individuals in reality.
So one forward, or one more actually.
My name is Dr. Rick Shepp. I'm a physician. My background includes that I did my undergraduate work at Cornell University. I studied philosophy and politics at Oxford University. I went to medical school at the University of Pennsylvania and did my family medicine residency at Brown University. I worked with hospitals and physician leaders from all across the United States on the challenges we face in healthcare today. I've come to Abidjan, to the Casa, to experience what is here. I consider myself a scientist and a skeptic. I'm not only skeptical of what might be going on here in Abidjan, but also of what we believe conventional science teaches us. I would like to share some thoughts about the physical surgery. Frankly, they get a lot of sensationalism and attention. In my experience, they are a tiny portion of what's really going on here at the Casa and the work of John and God. They do force us to rethink how the world works. I have stood inches away from an eye-scraping surgery that I cannot explain. Yes, I might be able to come up with a rationalization using the language of hypnosis and post-hypnotic suggestion as to how someone could have anesthesia. Maybe even how they might not have pain after having the kind of scraping to an eye that would cause a corneal abrasion that would cause us to shriek in pain for days. We don't see that. But I can't explain why there isn't an infection. Why the nose surgeons don't create infection. Those are mysteries to me. These physical surgeries are very rare compared to the other healings that are going on an energetic level. There is no need for a physical surgery. 1,000 or more people may come to the Casa in any given day. They're having physical healing that cannot be explained away. Instead, it's the healing that thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that have now come through this experience. And that happened for decades. And I've personally had a healing here. I've had multiple healings. I've prayed for healing for my son. And even before I left here, the first time I came to Abidjan, I witnessed that healing begin in my son who's thousands of miles away. And I can't explain that. But I am deeply, deeply grateful for it.
Dr. Augusto of Almeida, he is the one that says, in his phalange, in his group consciousness, there are not 10, there are not 100, but there are thousands. And he is the one that goes to the very depths of the abyss to rescue one soul. Inasu, he was, of course, started the Jesuit movement, and he was a very enlightened being. St. Ignatius, while he was incorporated, he lived because he had his knee shot with cannonball at that time. And then he came in. He can't stay in the body for a very long time because he's such an evolved spirit, such a huge energy. And you can see that medium John's body actually expands. His eyes change. The size of his eyes is just huge. Dr. Augusto came through. Now the other entity comes through very quickly. It's seamless, just gently drops through. And Dr. Augusto said that there would be very few mediums that could hold Don Inasu's light. To be witness to such a really an intimate experience from the spiritual realm is something that happens here every day, and we get almost a little blasé about it. You know, you see people walking and persons to be healed from cancer to blindness, but it's absolutely possible.
My name is Henry Cho, and before I came here in MacDonald, I was an energy policy analyst at Stanford University in California.
Thank you, sir.
About 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with atypical brain seizure.
So, as you can probably tell, that's a very fascinating, thank you, sir, a very fascinating video. And as I say, it's available on Amazon if any of you are interested. Extremely powerful video. I was sort of getting a little teary just watching that, because you can tell the depth of what is happening there. And for me, since it's been over a year since I've been there, the effect, because I did not have any physical issue that I went to to John of God with, the effect of what happened for me is still continuing to this day, and in fact it's probably more powerful today than it was when I was down there. Almost everyone experiences some level of healing, and that's where, again, I'll make the distinction: what is healing? It's not necessarily solving that which is wrong. And it also allows each individual who confronts that in some way, and I would be hoping it would be happening for you right now, to say, what is possible for you? What is it that you want to see happen with yourself? And it doesn't mean that you have to jump to Brazil to have it happen. And I think what you'll find is that we confront our beliefs about what we think is possible every day. What can't change? What can't possibly get better? Whether that is a relationship, whether it is your work situation, whether it is your physical condition, whether it's your psychological condition, it's like, this is what I've got and I'm stuck with it. My suggestion is that we are evolving to a point where we realize that no, we are not stuck with anything. It is an illusion. It is a strong illusion, it's a powerful illusion, but it is an illusion. one of the gifts of being in the company of John of God is that you realize that that is the truth. That we are all capable of changing our condition in an ongoing, positive, productive way. So part of the journey down in Brazil is that there are what are termed crystal beds. And the crystal beds were designed by John of God. They are 7 colored lights that are suspended over someone who is lying on a massage table. And when you're down in Brazil, you can sign up and you can just go get a crystal bed session, for half an hour or 45 minutes or an hour. No one says anything to you. You just go lie, you get your ticket. Person puts you on the bed. You have your time on the bed. You get off the bed. That's whatever happens, happens. John of God will also prescribe crystal bed sessions for people to raise their frequency so that they can heal at a faster level or at a different level. And so many people who go in front of John of God, he will say 3 crystal bed sessions or 5 crystal bed sessions. And my wife and I had the opportunity to actually purchase a crystal bed. You have to go in front of John of God, ask for permission to buy a crystal bed, which I did and was granted permission, and so my wife and I brought it home. We have it in our